Alright, hello all out in the YouTube land, Adam from Primetime Guitar here. Today we're going to be looking at 7 and 8 string chords. I've been on kind of an 8 string trip lately, just got the pickups replaced in my trusty Old Faithful, so been messing around with that even more than I usually do. So I thought we should do an 8 string lesson. So I'll be giving you the major 7, minor 7, dominant, and half diminished chords today. So I'll show you how those are made, and then we'll do a diatonic sequence with them, and then you should be set. But first, let's hop right into it. Okay, so taking our first look at today's lesson, the first chord I'm going to show you is going to be a B major 7 chord. Now, quick note, what's going to be really cool about all of the chords I show you today is that on the 8th and 7th string, the shapes are going to be the exact same. So we'll look at this chord first. So I'm going to take my middle finger, put it on the 5th fret of the low F sharp, skip a string, put my 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the E string, and my 4th finger on the 6th fret of the A string. And then lastly, I'm going to put my index finger on the 4th fret of the D string. So what I got is... Now what I meant by that being the same shape on the 7th string is if you move that up exactly how we just did it, so we'll just move it to the 5th fret of the 7th string, our 3rd and 4th finger are going to go on the 6th fret of the A and D string, and our 1st finger is going to go on the 4th fret of the G string. That's going to be an E major 7 chord, so obviously where your finger is for the root note is different, but the major tonality will be the same, and that's going to be the same with all of our chords today. Alright, so we have our major 7 chord. Next will be our dominant chord. So for this one, we're going to keep the same shape, except our 3rd finger is going to slide down from the 6th fret on the E string to the 5th fret. The next one is going to be a minor 7 chord. If we are still on our dominant chord, we're actually just going to slide the pinky down 1 fret, much like we did with the ring finger. So that's going to be 5 for the middle finger on the low F sharp, 5th fret on the E string for the 3rd finger, 5th fret on the A string for the 4th finger, and then your index finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the D string. Alright, and then the last chord we're going to look at is a minor 7 flat 5, or a half diminished chord. We're going to keep our middle finger, 3rd finger, and 4th finger in the same spot. For this one, our index finger is just going to go down 1 fret. So kind of a weird sounding chord, but it definitely has a purpose. So make sure you get those chords under your fingers. I've included some tabs with this. But after this, we're going to do a B major diatonic phrase. So I'll show you how to put each of those chords in different places. Alright, so this example is going to start with that B major shape that we just looked at, starting on the low F sharp. So the next chord diatonically is going to be a C sharp minor. So we're going to take that minor shape that we learned, and we're going to do that on the 7th fret of the low F sharp. For the next chord, we're going to keep that same shape, but we're going to move it up to the 9th fret. For our D sharp minor. For the next chord, we're actually going to go to the 7th string for our root, but it's going to be that same major shape. After that, we're going to slide up to the 7th fret, which is going to be an F sharp dominant shape. followed by our same minor chord shape, minor 7 I should say. That's going to be on the 9th fret, so that's going to be a G sharp minor 7. The next one's going to be up at the 11th fret, so an A sharp half diminished, or A sharp minor major 7. Kind of that weird little chord. And then for this next chord, I'm actually doing a 6th string B major 7. So that's going to be 7th fret of the E string, 8th fret for our 3rd and 4th fingers on the D and G, and then 7th fret for the B string. But what I do a little bit differently here is I hit the low B string as well. So instead of, I do, I think that sounds pretty cool. So you still got kind of the high notes, but you're showing some of the bass 8 string part of it too. So that's pretty much for that exercise. That should get you being able to move around a little bit easier and still, you know, follow a diatonic progression. But if you understand the music theory aspect of that, you know, you can make your own and kind of apply that to anything out there that uses those chords. So that's about it for today's lesson. Hopefully that gives you a little more insight on the seemingly unending possibilities of the 8-string guitar. If you liked that, definitely check out some more of our videos. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, every social media thing. We're putting out new videos each week, so stay tuned and definitely let us know if you would like to see something. We're always open to your suggestions and we can do anything that we can to get it right. So I'm Adam, thanks for watching.